Alright, so what we're working on today, my buddy Dom has had this 351 Cleveland that has been sitting for some time. He had the block machined, had the crank turned, ended up getting bored 30 thousandths, and then he ended up getting some really good heads for it. So basically, you said this is going to be a 351 Cleveland kind of Cobra Jet build?
Essentially.
Yeah, so I'm going to run down what parts he's got for it. So we've got the factory 351 Cleveland rods. Who makes the pistons? Who makes the pistons?
Oh, those are Speed Pro Power Forged with the friction coating. The rods and the pistons went to the machine shop. They've been balanced. ARP performance rod bolts pressed in, resized, checked. They're all good to go, clean.
So we've just got done putting on the rings for these pistons. We've got
Swap Meet Special, Offenhauser. Here. We've got the 7/16 screw-in stud and guide plate conversion because I went with a mechanical camshaft because it was on sale. Comp cams, Magnum aluminum rollers. I originally bought some Pro Mod. I don't know if any of you guys have ever ran them. I took about a 30-second look at them and returned them. They were grimy. So, upgraded oil pump drive shaft, gaskets of course. The this set from Crower was actually on clearance from Summit, which is actually the whole reason I ended up going with a mechanical camshaft. So, got double valve springs. These come in at $349, which matches the specs on the cam very well. Umbrella seals, rotator base, retainers, and then of course solid mechanical lifters. Went ahead and got some hardened Comp Cams push rods. These ones are in the factory length. I kind of took a gamble on that. I'll have to check the geometry on the valve train. If they're not the right length, they're returnable. And since we're going in a Fox body, we've had to get a rear sump pickup for the oil pump. Hopefully that'll fit in a homemade oil pan. So that's pretty much the build. Cam's already in the block.
we already got the cam inside the block. Not sure if we can see in there. We got a double roller timing chain set. So now we just need to clean the assembly grease off the crank, and then we're gonna start putting it together. This is the cam card. Now Dom knows what all this stuff is, but I don't have a clue.
It's a dual pattern. Apparently that's common for the Clevelands because they've kind of got a restrictive exhaust port and a gigantic intake port. So you've got a you've got a little bit more lift and duration on the exhaust load. So it's got 590 lift on the exhaust, 570 on the intake, and then just slightly more duration to kind of help make up for that weak exhaust port. So hopefully she'll be a screamer.
So, but there we go. We're gonna get it cleaned up and start the assembly.
See? Hey, man. So Speed Pro can see that we put these fuckers on right. Or so Speed Pro can be like, yeah.
Y'all are idiots. Y'all ever touched a piston before?
Yes.
Yeah, once when it flew out the side of a block and I picked it up on the side of the road. Does that count? Does that level of knowledge qualify for this?
I feel like it should.
Yeah, I was sitting there, I was rolling around in the bed, and I was like, God, it feels late as fuck. And then I looked out, seen the garage door open, I was like, Dom's here, shit, need to get dressed. Because I knew both my phones were dead, and I'm sure you had tried to call me at least once. I was like,
I just texted you when we were in Lebanon to let you know we was on our way. Give you a heads up.
Now, we got a run there.
I was up and moving surprisingly early today, so.
Little excited and motivated?
I am, bro. Super.
Just a smidge.
I mean, this has only been, what, 4 years coming? Or 5? A fucking lot of them.
A lot of them.
What year did we tear this motor down?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That one's great. A while ago.
Because it was before that motor blew in the vet. So that was 3 years ago.
Hair tight.
So yeah, it would have been 4 or 5.
You fucked up your thing, man. I fucking cleaned it with brake clean. I mean, it comes off, but I don't know how I got it off.
I don't know. I mean, ain't nothing been on there in 2 years. It's just been kind of chilling, collecting dust.
Yeah, I was just trying to knock some of the dirt out of it.
Not it. Not it. Not it.
Oh, no wonder it rolled in there so easy. I'm like, man, we get good at this.
So when you walk away from him, like, what's he doing? It's not ready yet.
Top says top. About to get to the shitty part.
Getting the pistons in.
No, cleaning the fucking grease off their crank. Alright. Bores are clearanced. Springs are installed. Oh, it's already heavy. Alright.
Yeah, it's only gonna get heavier.
Yeah, by the time we're done, it's gonna be about 450 pounds. Hope that little engine's gonna hold up. About to just start spraying that, but I really don't want to do that because I don't want to wash the lube off the cam. So I'll just have to wipe it. Yeah, I was gonna start out with some nasty rags to get the chunks, and then go with a clean rag to finish it. Turns easy.
Good sign.
Yep, it's about to not. Halfway. I think that'll work right there. That'll let me. So, still aim good?
Yep.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, get the sunflower runner. All of these. And the number should face out that way. So we'll go in like that. The arrow facing forward, number out that way.
All right, now what number? I don't see a number. Oh, gotcha.
Yep, so that way you can make sure you got the right cap on the right rod, and also that it's lined up the right direction. Because you turn around, put it on a different rod, shit's fucked. So, and then when we go to the other side, the number will be facing down this way, but the arrow will still be forward.
So you always face the number to the outside of the block?
Yes, so that essentially, whenever it's down, you can see them.
Gotcha.
Because if you put it like this, then it faces in towards the cam. So you want to face it out. So there's that. So, really, now when you look at these rod bearings, they're exactly the same. Of course, we're 010, which matches our crank journal undersize, 010. The only thing you got to do is make sure that that little notch right there lines up in there. All right. Of course, now when you're doing the main bearings, there's an oil hole that has to line up the right direction. On these, it goes towards the block. Pretty sure that's standard. Now, these are ARP rod bolts. They've got a weird bit of torque instructions. I want you to stretch them 60 to 65 thousandths. So we'll be using the micrometer for that. Take that dude there. Get that nice and flush. Push the other side. Just like that. It seems a little off. I happen to bring a little machinist straight edge here. So you can see there I've got it off. See how it's, so we'll just boop, push that right around. Squares it right up. So, alright, and that goes down. Other one, same way. In the cap, notch in the little groove, square it up, push it down. Nice and square. So now, that one's ready to go on. Put some assembly lube on her. Oh, we need 2 little short pieces of hose, not that long, that will fit over those. Protector.
Alright, go ahead.
We got assembly lube on the bearing. I just got some off-the-shelf stuff from O'Reilly's. It's Stay Lube with Moly Graphite.
Gotta stay lubed.
Gotta stay lubed. So, just got some pieces of hose on here that's going to protect the crank journals when we're sliding this in case I get a little sloppy. So, we're going to oil the piston and the rings with some 20W50 pen grade, which is in that jug. Of course, I cut the side of it off. And then I sprung, because this is a special occasion, for the tapered ring compressor. I've never had much luck with the little sheet metal ones. I feel like a beer can with a hose clamp wrapped around it. So. Oh man, that is some good sticky oil. That. Alright. There you go.
Roll it in your hand. I'll get the spot where your hand was.
Here we go. Alright. So if you want to go down there and number out.
Don't worry about the process of editing. This thing will go in the first time. Here she comes.
Boom. Alright.
Yeah.
So, white.
All right, Dom. I asked Sean a question yesterday. He said he was not the man for the question. Will the Windsor head, like the 351 Windsor heads, fit on a 302 block? Or the Cleveland heads?
They will, but you need a custom intake manifold.
That answered my question.
Number to the outside.
Number to the outside. Basically, yeah, you should always be able to see both of them. There you go. I guess I just wouldn't hold my mouth right there.
Damn, I ain't never seen him with a double chain like that.
The classic double roller, bro. Classic.
It's via donations of Gary Jones
Yep.
from 4 years ago.
Been around a while. Been around a while.
What's up, buddy? Hello.
Right. You're not gonna tighten them up now, right?
Over my cousin's house watching them build a motor.
Because what we'll have to do is we'll have to put a micrometer on the length of the bolt.
And then tighten it till it stretches.
Essentially. So I want us to stretch them 60 thou. $251. Zero it. Okay. Now, calling for torque of 50 foot-pounds. So, set it to 50. We'll torque it to 50, and then we'll see what the stretch is. There you go.
Now, do you cross them, or do you just get this one to 50 and that one to 50? Cause
I mean, you can snug the other one. Since we've already snugged them down and the cap is seated on both sides, it should be fine. But yeah, you can run them down even. There's nothing wrong with that. There you go.
What the hell does the stretch mean?
When you torque this bolt, it stretches it. And just a little more.
Alright, we'll do these on
I mean,
90-degree rotations. I'm on 50.
no, we definitely don't want to go that much. Just set it to 55. Yeah, any bolt that you torque, it stretches it. So.
Ready?
Yep.
About 10 degrees.
65.
Come on, go on that square, bitch.
I didn't measure that one first, so okay. That's pretty much all we get.
So at this point we've got all the pistons in, nice pretty pistons. Got everything torqued down, spec, followed ARP's recommendation on the stretch on the bolt. So next we've got the oil pump assembly. Now like we said earlier on this one, we've got to use, what is it, did you use a Windsor one?
No, it's a 351 modified rear sump pickup out of a pickup truck.
So we had to go with the 351 modified pump because these were set for the oil pickup to be at the front and we have to move it to the back. That reason being is because we have to have a rear pickup oil pan to make it work in the Fox body.
Check clearance on the oil pan, all that shit.
Wait till you see the oil pan.
Hmm?
Tell Nick, wait till you see the oil pan.
It's custom.
Had to cut the bottom out of it, spin it, and then weld it together. Cleveland life, bro.
You wanna go fast with weird old motors, you gotta get creative. It just goes right there.
Pulled that one. What size is that?
Big. 13/16. What did we torque those to? 95? See, the top half is the Cleveland front sump. Yeah, that one.
So it's going to drain out the front of the motor?
No,
Oh, put a new
yeah.
plug in it.
That's the rear. Well, I mean, it's got two, but the bottom part of the oil pan is a 302 Fox body pan. Tight. Nice.
Tighter than my back was gonna let me pull on it. You've got some black paint. You want to hit over that, or use some primer?
I'm not gonna lock this down or anything.
Gotcha.
Because I gotta get a dipstick provision welded into it. Anthony told me I could bring it down to his work. They got a really nice snap-on MIG welder.
Now, do you oil your bolts going in?
Yeah. So fucking high right now.
You said it's not a sock bolt?
No.
What does that mean?
Stock bolt.
Stock? I thought you said sock.
No. It's not a Ford bolt.
Thing oil on my hands can't grip shit.
So, now we gotta see if that fucker's even gonna work with this pan.
Where's your nut for that? We'll
It didn't
slide
come with one. You gotta put a 3/8 nut on it.
I've got 3/8 grade 8 hardware.
So, just to start with, I wouldn't sweat it.
That does sit up real high, though.
Looks like it needs to be longer.
What's this hole in the side for?
That's your low oil light sensor. So it's definitely okay. I'm gonna have to buy an oil pan. hours on that one. But for now, we'll leave the oil pump off. Just set the fan on it, throw a couple screws in it.
That way you have it.
Let's get it.
Let's say wrong way, Dom. Rear pickup now.
That's pretty wild.
I don't even think it clears the crank.
Nope. Definitely ain't lining up in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, that's probably hitting on those.
Catching here.
Yeah. Oh, that was worth a shot.
Oh, now you know you need an oil pan.
Do they make them specific for this car, for the Fox body?
Yeah, just get a
Aftermarket.
Cleveland rear pickup.
It's like a $400 pan. Yeah, literally half the cost of the fucking car. But it is what it is. Wanna go fast? Cost money. Like a lot of it. So. Having that crank in there really helps roll it around. Hooker's heavy.
So editing this video, I realized there's no ending to it. Don't just want to leave it off there. So right after this video stops, we had started cleaning the cylinder heads and the intake. At that point, we realized there was an issue with the cylinder head. We was getting a lot of cleaning product past the valves, even though the valves were all the way closed. So Dom's dropped them off to Headworks in Nashville. Hopefully we get them back in a week or so and be able to pick up the video there. So y'all take it easy. I'll holler at y'all later.